welcome to X3, One Topic 3 Pundits. I'm your host, John C. Dvorak. I'm here with Andrew Eisner and Joe Engo to talk about the iPhone 5 and
no, not Engo.
Not Engo.
He's Engo.
But you,
I'm Eisner. The other E.
Eisner and
one,
Engo.
Yeah.
You know something.
Yeah, I do. And they confirmed the event for October 4th, so that's coming up. And then they'll probably ship the iPhone 5. I think the
14th is when there's a lot of blackout dates, but also Sprint has a blackout date at the exact same time, so it's very likely that Sprint's getting the iPhone as well.
Possibly.
Finally.
That could be the only news for all you know on the 4th. They're doing a minor event in Cupertino.
Yeah.
There's no reason to be blowing out anything. There's no reason to blow out an iPhone 5, just a 4 with Sprint. How about that?
Well, they've been saying 4S. I mean, yeah, there's definitely a refresh coming out.
Right.
Yeah.
But in terms of
there's
underwhelming,
it's not going to be just taking the iPhone 4
Are we taking bets on it? Is it going to be the 5 or not? I'd say no.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's going to be the iPhone 4S. I don't know why.
I think they're saving the 4S for this cheap model, the China model, to sell in China. So I think it'll be like the 3.
So it'll be selling up
GS.
against all the Chinese clones.
Yeah, but the 5 will be the flagship one. But the fact is that the 5 now is sort of emerging as nothing really, no big major changes, at least on the surface. So of course it's getting a new dual-core processor, a slightly larger screen, but otherwise there's no big redesign. I think people are going to be a little disappointed.
Well, I have heard a lot about that teardrop-shaped glass, like the glass is going to be
I think they should make it into a triangle.
A triangle?
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Sure.
Why don't you just buy a kin?
Why don't you send that idea to Johnny Ive? Maybe.
Why not? Yeah, kin. Yeah.
So, but this could be the coolest feature of the new iPhone, and is called a personal virtual assistant. And Apple bought Siri, this company that makes a natural language-based assistant. So it could be like where's John Dvorak, and then it comes back and shows me where he is on a map, or get me tickets to a comedy show.
Stalkers.
No, it's all natural language.
I've never seen one of these systems that actually work.
This one
Every
is
single one that I've seen works like
apparently
trash.
the
They
voice.
work in the lab.
Well, yeah, of course they always work really well in the lab.
The Siri, you should check it out because Siri has gotten very good reviews, and a lot of people think very highly of it. And they say that the voice to text is remarkably accurate, and it's actually sometimes it accomplishes.
This is like, I don't know how you get sucked into all this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like you reel you in. Here it comes. It's like the voice to text on the Google phone works great in your living room.
Mm-hmm.
You go on, hit the streets with it, and you say, "I need to find some." It's lost.
You got to repeat it 3 times.
If you're lucky, it never gets it.
Uh-huh.
I challenge anyone to go out to and actually try to get it to recognize Hesperian Boulevard, San Leandro. Never comes close, no matter what you do.
Well,
it's pathetic.
Well, that'll be a good test for the iPhone 5 or 4S
the Siri, check it out.
That's right.
So anyway, so you're a big.
So anyway, I think the personal virtual assistant is kind of the future of.
What?
It's part of the future of computing. The way things are going is they're turning the computer.
Remember the product called Pack Rat?
No, I don't.
Bob Parsons did that.
Oh, yeah. What was that? Was that like
what you're talking
natural language?
Well, no, it didn't have all the geegaws on, but it was, these people don't want these things.
Yes, they do. And
people want them, but people want them to actually work.
Well,
they don't work.
This is turning computers into an answering machine. So that is, there'll come a day when you'll say, you mean you had to use Excel to figure out, how many widgets you sold? You couldn't just ask the computer, a natural question. So this is really going to be a nice, change, I think, for the smartphone owners that are going to have this, natural language-based tool to use that'll just answer questions and provide them assistance. I think it's going to be great. I think this is going to be the coolest. I think this is going to be the coolest thing in.
How many times have you actually used voice assistants over the past couple months? Never. Exactly. I've only used the one on the iPhone. I would say probably 3 times in the past 2 years.
Okay.
And that was when I was driving out in Jersey because I don't drive out here. And I picked it up, beep, 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 call Stephanie, call Stephanie. And it had to say it about 10 times before. Call Frank. No, call Stephanie. And I just ended up getting pissed off and drove over the side of the road, and then actually made my call.
You called Stephanie. Well, okay, we'll see. I predict that this virtual
So you
system,
really think? Well, I think it'll demo well.
Yeah.
So it'll be
Yeah,
great
yeah.
on stage. Somebody could do this. It'll be a canned demo. Everything. Nobody does
Yeah.
anything too complicated.
Yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it'll Bill. It
Yeah,
gets
yeah.
that right. You know, it probably gets that right half the time.
well,
I mean, hopefully Apple's still following their tradition of if they're going to do it right, they're going to do it right, you know, and it's going to actually work the way that they advertise. But I'm still pretty skeptical on this one.
Well, he's jacked up
I'm
about
jacked
it.
up.
So
Yeah.
we'll have to keep an
Okay.
eye on that. You've been watching it.